Good morning to all of my graceful grinders and totally uniquers. Welcome back to another live recording of the Grace and Grind podcast. I'm Dr. Pamela. I was born to be your coach, and I'm so thrilled that you are with me today. We have been talking about the ghost in the nursery. And if you are looking to go on a journey with yourself, if you are looking to tap in, go deep, and go inward and commit to yourself, this is your room. So I welcome you this morning. I thank you so very much for being here with me. And for all of you guys that have been here from the beginning, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, what are we doing today? We are going to be talking about this is our last day of talking about ghosts in the nursery. What are ghosts? Well, ghosts are those that unhealed child that lives in you as an adult. The child that you take to work with you every day, the child that you lay in bed next to your spouse to every day, the child that parents your children every day, the child that stood at the altar with you and said, I do, the child that you carry to church, on your outings, everywhere you go. That unhealed inner child that lives inside of you. Renee, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming back. I appreciate seeing you in the house, sister. Thank you so very much. Now, guys, remember, I'm on here and I'm just doing what I do, right? The only thing that I ask from you is to make sure that these videos are seen by other people, not just you. Don't be selfish. You know that you're going on a wonderful journey for inner healing and changing your behavior responses to your trauma. And all I ask is that you share that with someone else. Okay. Share that with someone else. Now, I always do my devotion in the morning so that I can reflect on. I just want to start I've already reframed and opened up my windows this morning, my emotional windows. I've already set my day. With intentionality, first thing in the morning, when I open my eyes, I pray and I thank God for waking up. And then I think about what is going to happen for the rest of my day. I'm still trying to get this stuff situated because I was having technical difficulties this morning, and it appears that I still am. So I'm trying to get these things situated. Hey, Mars, thank you. My moderator and favorite cousin is on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Okay, so we're just getting the morning started and set up. Yes, guys, here's what I'd like you to do for me. I'm doing this for me and you. You guys know that I'm on this journey with you as well. But this is what I need from you. I need you, when this live is over, to save it. I need you to share it right now. If you're on here, even if you don't intend to stay, you're leaving. Share it right now. You did not come here by accident. You did not come here by coincidence. This is not a mistake. You didn't just get a notification. This live found you. Okay. If it found you, it means that you need it right now. If it found you, you need it. Okay. If it found you, you need it. Okay. So that means there is something that gravitated towards you. Your magnet brought you to this live. What do we do on this live? We go on the journey of wholeness with ourselves, and ourselves, through ourselves, for ourselves. Okay. We are on a journey for inner healing and inner wholeness. That is what we're doing here. We're challenging ourselves. We're questioning ourselves. We're disrupting our internal dialogue. Thank you for the love, TikTok fam. You always, always, always over exceed my expectations. Thank you so much. So I need you to save it. I need you to share it right now. I need you to comment throughout this entire live, because that lets TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and all the places where I am, it lets them know, their algorithm know, that Dr. Pamela is a live person. and she's talking about something that's relevant and that connects with me. So share, 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 comment, like it, heart it, like it. Everything I'm asking you to do is free. I have not passed the plate. This is free. Free love. Just give me some free love, okay? If you're not following me, follow on all of my platforms at I am Dr. Pamela. I am DrPamala, the same as it is where you are right now. Okay, so go to my other socials and follow. All right, now we are going to dive in. Okay, now what happened? Oh, I moved it. All right, so what is the Lord speaking to Dr. Pam today? Let's see. Y'all notice I haven't needed my glasses ever since I got this studio working. All right, here we go. Today is the 5th. Today would have been my brother Bobby's 71st birthday. So rest in peace, brother Bobby. All right. December 5th. Let my presence override everything you experience. Everything. That means the stuff in the past, the stuff that's happening today, the stuff that will happen tomorrow. Let God's presence override everything you experience. So what is that telling you? Again, you have the power to control. Okay? Like a luminous veil of light, I hover over you and everything around you. Everything around you. I am training you to stay conscious of me and every situation you encounter. That means you have to go in and allow your inner compass to be your guide, because your inner compass is what connects you with the Holy Spirit, right? So stay, don't leave, stay, okay? Stay. I know you're hearing it too. Stay. This is for you. We found each other. This live found you. Stay put. Okay? When the patriarch Jacob ran away from his engaged brother, he went to sleep on a stone pillow in a land that seemed desolate. But after dreaming about heaven and angels and promises of my presence, he awoke and exclaimed, "Surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it." So, if you are letting God override everything you experience, that means all of your bad experiences, all of your trauma, all of those things that you wish you never had happen to you, all those people you wish you never met because they caused harm to you. God is saying to you to let his presence override everything. Okay? And that surely he was in the place then with you. He is in the place now with you. Okay, surely. That means absolutely, without a doubt, he is and has been and will be with you. Okay. His discovery, not only for him, but for all who seek me. Whenever you feel distant from me, say, "Surely the Lord is in this place." Then ask me to give you awareness of my presence. This is my prayer that I delight to answer. Surely. Surely. Now, one of my best friends, that's been our word since October. Surely. Whenever she calls me and says, "Surely," I know what to start interceding for. Whenever I call her and all I have in my spirit is a surely, we are connected to the fact that God's presence overrides everything that we're experiencing. Okay, you got it? Back then, right now, tomorrow, and forever. Okay, God's presence overrides everything. Surely the Lord is in this place. What is that telling you? You're not alone. So I know this journey that I am navigating for you and taking you on, you have not been alone. You have not been alone. That's the promise and the declaration. I know it's difficult when you start going in and stirring up the graveyard and trying to resurrect them ghosts, those emotional ghosts that reside. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you have not been alone. And you guys remember when I said that the other day, I said, when I was going through my traumatic experiences as a child, I said, I felt like God had abandoned me. And I had a very vulnerable and emotional moment because just speaking those words out of my mouth and knowing what I know now, that surely God is in this place, God was in this place, and God will always be in this place, just by saying those words, that I felt abandoned by God because I didn't have the words to explain what I was going through. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know. And so just saying that, that was my truth. That was my truth. I felt abandoned by God. But knowing mm, 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 that He was there, He is here now, and He will be there tomorrow, all I have is a surely. That's all I have to say is surely. Surely. Can I get a surely in the chat? Surely. Renee, surely. Surely. God is with you. Whatever you go through today, God is with you. Whatever you went through, God is with you. As you're going through this inner healing journey, God is with you. You are not alone, but it's up to you. And the prayer was, ask me to give you awareness of my presence. So when you are feeling like you're all alone in this journey, any journey, you have to ask God to make me aware of your presence. Mm. God, make us aware of your presence today as we are on this live. Make us aware of your presence. Each and every person that will stop in and leave, the people that will stay. Father, I ask that you would make us all aware of your presence because we need you. And we thank you for always being there, even in those times where we felt abandoned. We thank you, Father God, because we know that you will, your word says that you will never leave us nor forsake us. And that is a promise and a declaration from you. And we thank you for that. We thank you for always being there despite what we're going through. We thank you that everything that we went through, nothing was wasted because you said that all things work together. All things work together. So that means the bad things and the good things. And we thank you for the bad things. We thank you for the good things. We thank you for everything because we know that nothing was wasted. And so, Father, we ask that you would use our gifts, use our pain, turn it into power, transform it into gifts so that we can help other people to heal and to transform and to use their gifts as well. We ask that you let us be testimonies for you. We ask that you make us aware of your presence in every situation that we're going through, every situation. And we thank you. We thank you in advance. We thank you for everything that you've done, all the awarenesses that you've shown us already throughout this process. And we thank you for the awarenesses that you're going to give to us as we continue to travel on this journey of wholeness and inner healing and transformation. We thank you because we know that you are with us and we thank you for that promise. In Jesus' name, amen. We thank him for that promise. Okay, now, just felt like it. Okay, so what does, what does, how does that resonate with you? You don't have to tell me. You can put it in the chat. You don't, hey, Sheila, my baby. You can put it in the chat. You don't have to put it in the chat, but I do want you to think about that. I really want you to think about that. What does, when you hear surely, that one word, that declaration, surely he's in this place, surely he's with you, surely he hasn't left you. What does that one word, how does it speak to you? One word. Sometimes all I have is a surely to remind myself that surely, y'all, y'all sister is today. She tried to get herself together. Let me tell y'all all, the alarm went off and I was so engulfed in my sleep. I didn't know what the alarm was. I was like, what's that? But I didn't get up. And then it kept going. It kept, then I was like, oh, that's the alarm. Got to get up. But then I said, thank you, Jesus. I woke up this morning. Don't hate the alarm clock. Don't dismiss it. All right. So we're talking about ghosts in the nursery for the past 3 days. This is day 4. Okay. What are the ghosts in the nursery? That those unhealed that unhealed inner child in you. Renee, I thank God and I need a chat. Girl, you ain't said nothing but inbox me, okay? All right. Listen, we're here. We're doing this. I'm so thankful because this is courageous. You don't just go on an inner healing journey and start attacking things. You don't. This is really spiritual warfare because the enemy has had so many of us bound. I mean, for real, for real. Now, I try to keep things neutral, but I told y'all I'm a goddaughter, so God is going to come up. Okay, Erica, what's up, girl? Hey, now. All right. God is going to come up because I'm a goddaughter. I'm not preaching. I'm not a preacher. Okay. I am a motivational speaker and a coach. I am motivating, coaching, and I'm a trainer, and I'm doing some show enough training. Okay. I have taken my lived experiences and I put them on paper because this is what I had to do for myself. This is what I had to do for myself. And you guys see, I'm showing up. I'm not all Pamified. I'm not all Dr. Pamelized because the girl puts it on. Okay. But this is just this. This ain't that. This ain't glamorous. Okay. This is get down with it. Put your Tim's on and let's get in this battle, this internal battle, and let's do some real work for ourselves. Okay. Marseille says, good morning, everyone. Please like and share the live. Give a gift by helping start their healing journey. Give someone a gift by helping them start their healing journey, right? Because this is free. So this is a gift. So yes, share it, share it, share it, and let other people know that you are on a journey for inner healing and wholeness, and invite somebody to come along with you. Okay? Invite somebody to. Don't be selfish. Who is that in TikTok land giving me some love? Wiser now, is that you? Oh, I feel the love, baby. I feel the love. I feel the love. Thank you guys. Remember, tapping the screen is free. Don't cost you anything to tap that screen. I wonder if I do it. Nothing happened. Uh-oh. Pam, stop touching stuff. Can y'all still see me on Facebook? Somebody tell me something quickly because I just did something. Because I can't see y'all anymore on Facebook. I see some. Can you guys still see my face on Facebook? Tell me something. Tell me something because I touched something. I'm going to stop touching stuff, okay? Because y'all know I don't know how to use this social media, but I'm trying. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Oh, cousin, you can't see me? I don't know how to fix it. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, my goodness. Cousin, what did I do? Okay, guys, hold on. Hold on. I don't know how to fix it. Oh, my goodness. Do you want to continue broadcasting? Continue. Continue, continue. Oh, I'm back. I have to laugh at myself. Listen here. I didn't say I know everything about this social media stuff because I don't. I am figuring this stuff out. I am building the plane and flying the plane at the same time. So you guys, please forgive me. And as we say in church, take all mistakes for love. Okay. So y'all know I really love y'all because I just really messed that up. Okay. So I'm going to do a quick recap on what we've gone through for Ghosts in the Nursery. And then we are going to close out Ghosts in the Nursery. And then I don't know what we're working on Monday. Remember, we're not here tomorrow. Okay. Everybody understands what Ghosts in the Nursery is? The Ghosts in the Nursery, it's your unhealed pain, memories, traumatic experience, and the patterns in your childhood. Everybody got that? You know what it is, right? Those unhealed spaces in us that is still residing in us in adults, right? And it echoes from the past in the present to tell you that your younger child needs attention right now. That inner child in you needs attention, and it's asking you for attention when it echoes. You guys understand that? Okay, so those unhealed experiences, they don't ever leave our internal self. It's in us, but we can change the way that we respond to it, and we can change the way that it impacts us. We can change the way, how much power we give it. We can change how we respond to it. Okay, we can change that. Now, no one told me yesterday, so I guess no one wants my free 1 hour coaching session. No one told me what it's called when we are doing these interruptions in our mindset and our brain. We're doing these interruptions and we are changing things. We are rewiring our brains by interrupting our normal patterns. No one told me what that's called. And Marseille says, stop touching stuff. I'm gonna stop touching stuff. No one told me what that was called. And I'm trying to give away a free one-on-one coaching session. Don't you dare cheat, because I've said this word so many times. You guys don't want to have a one-on-one with me? I'm trying not to feel some kind of way here. All right. Thank you for following. I'm telling y'all, my TikTok fam, high five TikTok fam. My TikTok fam, Facebook, they showing y'all up. I love y'all, but TikTok be showing out. I'm just saying. Thank you, TikTok. 20,000 likes yesterday. 20,000 likes yesterday. So keep doing what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. I am loving it. Okay. Let's go. We are talking about ghost in the nursery, identifying the ghost in your nursery. Number one, notice the emotional reactions that feel too big for the moment. What does that mean? That means you take a small and you supersize it into a supersize, right? It doesn't call for that. It calls for just calm reaction, calm conversation, calm emotions. But somehow the unhealed child in you is feeling unsafe, attacked, ignored, whatever, doesn't like it. And so they respond in a supersized way. Doesn't call for that, but he or she is at that place of, you're not going to ignore me. You're not going to dismiss me. I'm not having this anymore. Why? Because something is unresolved on the inside. Okay. It's echoing internally for you to give it some attention. Okay. Now, when you have these situations happening on the inside, they spike in the ghost and cause the ghost to behave erratically. I'm not making this stuff up. This is scientific, historical, what happens in your body physiologically. Okay. This is not made up stuff. This is not Pamela's banter. This is for real, for real. Okay. This is proven scientifically. Okay. But we ignore science. You can't ignore science. Your whole body consists of, God put that scientific stuff in there. And it just works together. We don't know how it just does what it does. It's on autopilot. That's how we were designed. Okay. So your ghost becomes, the energy in the ghost becomes erratic. And it has to verbalize it or get it out or behave in a way. And it may be withdrawing. It may not even be, but withdrawing might not be the best thing to do. It might just, in the moment, deal with it. In the moment, deal with it. Okay. So what I asked you guys to do was to ask yourself, what emotion am I feeling right now? And when do I first remember this as a child? Right? But you guys have all the questions because Marseille, he's been putting them in the chat. All right. Number 2, pay attention to patterns you swore you'd never forget, you'd never repeat. Right? Sometimes we find ourselves acting like the people who wounded us. And we promise Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, when I get grown, I'm never going to do that. And then guess what? We do. It's a sign that your old ghost is still alive. Okay, so pay attention. It's a sign that your old ghost is still alive. You have to pay attention. Self-awareness is the only way to change your mindset so that you can change your behavioral responses to trauma. Self-awareness is, you have to hone your self-awareness first. What is self-awareness? Listening to what's going on in your body when it's dysregulated. And then connect to why, who, what, right? You guys with me? You with me? Facebook, y'all with me? TikTok, y'all with me? Insta, y'all with me? All right, let's do it. Number 3, examine the needs you struggle to meet. What are the needs you struggle to meet? Because the ghost hides in your unmet childhood needs. Safety, attention, affection, validation, love, right? Those were mine. You have to identify yours. Where does your ghost show up in your life? What are, not were, what are the unmet needs that little you didn't get? I hope you guys are all caught up, because if you're all caught up through step 8, you should be feeling much lighter. Hey, Dr. Kajana, long time no see. I miss you. Okay, guys, you should be caught up to step 8. If you're caught up to step 8, you have done some humongous growth with your inner healing. If you're on step 8, if you are actively, diligently, and consistently, intentionally working on these steps, then you have achieved some inner healing. And you should be changing your behavioral responses to your childhood trauma that is residing in you as an adult. I need to know. Renee said yes. Thank you, Renee. And Renee is taking her husband on the journey with her. That's what we're supposed to do. We are not supposed to go on these journeys alone. Don't be selfish. Most people in my inner circle are emotionally jacked up some kind of way. Most people, not all, most people. So this is not something that we need to keep to ourselves. We need to share this, okay? So examine the needs you struggle to meet, yours. What didn't you get? Okay. The ghost hides. When those needs are unmet, adults often overcompensate or shut down. So name me the unmet need reveals the ghost shape. Remember I said that? What condition is the ghost in? Like really, when you can identify, you start to identify, really identify how deep this thing is in you. How deep your trauma is, how it lives in you when you can identify. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't know how jacked up I was. Hey, sweetie, good morning. I didn't know, real life, guys, this is my real life. I didn't know how jacked up I was until I wasn't anymore. I didn't know how bad it was. I didn't know what my friends and family were dealing with when they were encountering me. I didn't realize how bad it was until I was free. I didn't know. I did not know. 2 things that set me, big for me. 2 things. The first thing was healing from those things and those times and those people that did things to me as a little girl that should have never happened to me. When I healed from that, let me tell you guys something. My soul opened up. My soul opened up. I can't even, you won't understand that experience until you intentionally bring yourself to the point of self-awareness, and until you intentionally begin to work on your traumatic experiences. Renee said, I feel this. I'm seeing stuff that I just don't like. Renee, I'm telling you, that's what it's supposed to do. But now it's your job to disrupt it. Disrupt it. And do not allow it to have control over you anymore. right? You have to tell the little girl inside of you that I am a grown woman now and I don't need you anymore. You have to tell the little boy in you, baby, it's time for you to go to bed. That's it. That's it. Because as long as you have this trauma and these experiences that are not dealt with, they will continue to rise up. They will continue to wreak havoc in your life. They will continue to speak when they're not being spoken to. But there's something that's happening externally that is awakening them to, oh, I got something to say right here because nobody's ever doing that to me again. It's not happening to you. It's not. It's not. So, yes, it takes courage. It's hard work because you've become comfortable and complacent with feeling like you feel. And somewhere in our lives, we have grasped this notion that the older I get, my trauma will dissipate. I'll just be fine. That's not true. It's not true. It's still in there. And if you don't deal with it, it will continue to rise up in you. I'm telling you what I know. And some people on here that's older than me can attest to that. If you have to be intentional. Okay. Now, let's see. Y'all getting me triggered here. You're getting me triggered. All right. Look for the places where you feel powerless or triggered because your trauma memories echo through your triggers. What are your triggers? When you're feeling like internally something externally is triggering you, challenging you, saying something, doing something, being something that is familiar from the past that you haven't dealt with. And so it's bothering you now. When I tell you I'm so unbothered, Wiser Now said, eviction notices sent out, got to go. You understand the assignment. You understand the assignment. Gotta go. Got to go. Okay. So look for the places where you're feeling powerless, or triggered. People, places, things, tasks. What are those things that are triggering me? Okay. When you're feeling triggered and powerless, it's your ghost whispering to you. This feels familiar, doesn't it? This is a comfortable space for you, isn't it? You know what this is, don't you? You should respond. And you know you shouldn't respond. You know you shouldn't react. But that internal inner child is saying, don't you let them talk to you like that. You know what follows that, right? Don't you let them do that to you. You know what follows that, right? And you're not even in harm's way. Now, sometimes you might be, but most times, you're not. You're not. So, like Wiser Now said, you gotta evict it. Erica said that is so true. Whispering, girl, it's not this. The devil on this side, it's not. It's in here. It's in here, and you hear it, and then you react. You guys hear when you hear that. Don't say anything. You probably shouldn't say anything right here. Tell me you don't hear that. When you know, Jamise Dawson said, access denied, period. Gotta go. I know I'm not the only one that hears that voice on the inside that says, don't do that. Pam, don't turn left. Pam, don't say that. Pam, you probably shouldn't do that. And then it's like, didn't I tell you not to do that? Now, see, that's what you get. Why? Because The inner child is standing up saying, I need to control this right now because I felt so out of control for so long, and nobody's going to manipulate me. Nobody, this is me. This is what I say when this stuff tries to rise up in me like that. And I'm on that verge, that split second moment where you have to make a decision on, do I go off or do I hold it? This is the whole conversation that I have in that split second moment. Pam, you know what's going to happen if you do that. You know that this is not, you have more emotional maturity than that. You do. You don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it. The conversation I only have a split second to make a decision. And I'm right there. I can go this way or that way. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one that stands at that crossroad of, do I let the ghost speak out of pain and wounds, or do I let the emotionally mature Pam with emotional etiquette take the reign? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Have I always gone? I still might not. I still might not, even with my emotionally mature, emotional etiquette, emotional responsible self. I still may go this way because it's real. It's human. And then I regret it because I know I shouldn't have turned right. I know I shouldn't have. I heard myself telling me in that split second moment, are you going to answer and respond with your wound, or are you going to respond with your emotionally mature adult self? Split second. Split second. You know how many decisions and how many things happen in a split second? Split second. I guarantee when people are on the roof getting ready to do a mass shooting, I guarantee something in their psyche says, you sure you want to do this? Before somebody commits suicide, you sure? Before somebody attacks somebody else, you sure? Before you open your mouth and say something, are you sure? Are you sure? Because consequences rattle off in our brain. In that split second moment, it's like a flash show of life happening, of all the things that can possibly happen. You sure? You sure? You sure? Because surely. You sure? Question mark. Because surely. Exclamation point. Now, for those of you that missed the devotion this morning, the word was surely. Surely God is in this place. Surely. Surely. Split second. When I tell you that's the type of self-awareness that I'm trying to hone, I'm honing. I'm so much better, right? But I'm honing in on that split second decision while I'm having a conversation, while I'm in the middle of activities and transactions. If something on the inside begins to disrupt me, I want to get to the point where every single time I know to make the right decision. In that split second, when your internal compass is questioning you, asking you, are you sure you want to do this? Okay, now, if you do this, understand that these are your possible consequences and repercussions. And then again, are you sure you want to go down this road? It's up to you. Are you sure? In the words of Stevie Wonder, make sure you're sure. Okay? Make sure you're sure. In that split second, I'm talking about being so aligned internally with your internal compass that you don't question it. You know what you're supposed to do. That's where we're trying to get to, that level of self awareness, to where we can tell our triggers, get somewhere and sit down and be quiet. I know what this is. Get some, been there, done that. I'm not dealing with that. That doesn't trigger me. That was the one thing that opened my soul up, healing from those things that little girls go through and little boys go through too. That was the thing when I healed from that. The second thing was finding my biological father. I thank God for finding Marseille. Marseille and I found each other on Ancestry DNA. And I'm talking about me. This is my story, okay? My story. I grew up all of my life not knowing who my biological father was. I had daddies with an S. Yes, I said S. Hey, Miko, I had daddies, figuratively speaking. I had daddies, but my father, I'm telling you guys that wreaked so much havoc on me internally that my ghost, not only did I feel abandoned by God, I felt abandoned by my daddy, my my biological father. I felt abandoned. Can you imagine going, and I've shared my story with you guys, right? Can you imagine being a little girl? And some of you have lived this same story. This is not, right? This is not just Pam. When you go through life and you're experiencing physical attack after attack after attack, and you're and all you long to do is for your father to walk through the door, so maybe you'll be safe. Any door, any room, any house that you were in, and you're praying for your daddy to walk through the door, and he never does. So I'm telling you, when I healed from that, mhm. And the third thing was, as an adult, I had a ghost. Okay. I had a ghost in the office. I had a ghost in my home. I had a ghost as I was parenting. As an adult, was my divorce. Crippled me emotionally. Because I swore I was never, ever, ever going through that again. Never. But when I healed from that, Jesus have mercy. So don't be fooled thinking that your ghosts are only in your nursery. Okay? Don't be fooled. So you have, if you can evict the ghost in the nursery, if you can exorcise the ghost in the nursery, if you can give up the ghost in the nursery, you can give up the ghost that sits with you in the workplace, the ghost that sleeps in the bed with you, in you, in the bed with you, in you. Okay? The ghost that parents, the ghost that is a partner. Okay? The ghost that is a pastor. Oh, yeah. Uh huh. Yes. The first lady ghost, the executive ghost, the leader ghost. If you can learn to exercise and evict the ghost in the nursery, you'll be able to evict the ghost that's going to come in your adulthood. Because ghosts come. Trauma comes, honey. Trauma does not care what age you are. Trauma comes. When I tell you, you got to have on the whole armor. For real, though. For real. People don't understand that the whole, that's a whole nother conversation. People saying they have on the whole armor don't have on anything. I'm just saying what I've seen. Okay. Just because you can give a good word does not mean you have on the whole armor. Just because you can speak in tongues don't mean you have on the whole armor. Okay. Some people are performative. I'm just saying. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just saying. Cousin, my biological cousin, we are on the journey to help heal our family. Yes, we are. But don't be fooled. Okay. When you can identify the ghost in you, you'll be able to identify the ghost in others. I can look in a woman's eyes and tell if she's gone through what I've gone through. Why? Because I know what the ghost looks like when I look in the mirror. And when I look in a woman's eyes, it's like looking in a mirror from the past, and I can see her ghost. I'm telling you. When you all right, I'm going on to the next one because y'all taking me somewhere I didn't intend to go. All right. Number 5, reflect on the messages you inherited, not chose. What are the messages you inherited? The message that I inherited was, go sit your dumb black ass down somewhere. That was a message that I inherited. Girls like you don't go to college. I inherited that. That wasn't mine, but it lived in me and it had an impact on me. It had power on me. I didn't know how to respond to it, and therefore it controlled me. And that's why I say to you every single day, multiple times, that you have the power to control how your experiences show up in your life, how much power you give them, how you respond to them, and how they impact you. You have the power to control that. If you guys don't have that now, you're speaking to our core this morning. Come on, Wiser now. Come on, brother. Come on. Yes, for real. For real. Okay. Y'all, I feel so stirred up this morning. I can't even tell y'all. I can't even, I can't even tell y'all. I just feel, because I know people are being helped. I know people are being changed with these lives that we're doing. I know people are. I know people are. I know it. I know it. So let's keep going. Think about which messages shape you the most. Were they your messages that shape you the most? Or were they somebody else's messages? For me, it was somebody else's messages shaping me. Not anymore. Not anymore. All right, number 6, pay attention to how you treat yourself when you're hurting. And you guys remember the other day, I had a huge, I was healed right here in front of y'all. Y'all saw me. Some of you called me right here on this live. Right here, I had a revelation that just like that, and that was done for me. I could move past that moment now. I understand. And one of my best friends, he always asks me, I don't understand, Pam, how somebody could say something and have that much power over you. Like I just, because that's not him. And I said, everybody's childhood is different. Everybody responds to things differently. Your childhood wasn't my childhood. So I was on a different brick road from you, right? I was on a different brick road from you. So what happened on your brick road may have been munchkins and fairies. Okay. But over here on my brick road, I may have had the Wicked Witch of the East or the West and you know what I'm saying? And a fake wizard, right? Everybody's brick road is different. So what I went through is the ghosts in my nursery are going to impact me in a way that's not going to impact it's not going to impact you in that way because it's my ghost, right? No more than your ghost can impact me. Now, vicariously, can I be impacted? Yes. If I keep hearing about it, if I'm your sounding board, if you keep telling me, yes, I can feel something and be vicariously impacted, but that's not my ghost to carry. Sometimes we carry other people's ghosts. Uh-huh. Sometimes we carry other people's ghost. Let me tell you something. My ghosts were so heavy. My own ghosts were so heavy. I didn't have room for anybody else's ghosts, but I did carry some because I didn't know that I didn't have to. Trauma bonding, and then now I'm carrying it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. My office hours are you can book a session, okay? But just I'm not. Don't carry other people's ghost. Don't do it. Don't do it because your ghost is heavy enough. Okay. All right. And I ask you, how do you speak to yourself when you're hurting? How do you speak to yourself when you're hurting? 7, trace the emotion back to the origin story. And I was telling you genealogy. You have to trace the genealogy of the ghost. When did you first feel hurt? Who taught you how to hurt like this? What's the story from your childhood that makes you hurt? You have to trace the genealogy of the trauma. And then when you do that, when you follow that thread backwards, then your ghosts become more visible to you. And now you're able to clearly identify what they are, who they are, why they are. And now you can begin the real work. But you have to go back. Sorry, you just do. All right. Now, I ask you to ask yourself, when did I first experience this emotions? And I'm just giving you one of the questions. You guys have the questions already. And 8, before I go to 8, I want to do um, this one. Closing out, releasing the ghost and rise into your healing. Rise into your healing. And why do I use the word rise? And you'll hear me all throughout my book that I'm writing. She rises with emotional etiquette. Guys, you can read it too, though, because, like I said, trauma is trauma. I use rise because it signifies that you're being elevated from something, out of something, right? Because I've been held down, burdened down, pushed down, trampled down emotionally so much that I felt like I had an emotional resurrection when I was healed. Now, I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but it resonates with me. I had an emotional resurrection. I need to write that down because God just gave me that just now. I had an emotional resurrection. And so I used the word rise. So that's why I said release the ghost, and rise into your healing. Okay. So acknowledge the truth without carrying the weight. Now, in your state of pain and revisiting the trauma and all of that, when you initially do that, you're going to feel it. You're supposed to feel it. You're supposed to feel it. Okay. But what I'm telling you to do is get to that point of you'll be able to acknowledge the truth without carrying the weight that comes from the trauma, the symptoms. Okay. That's 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 what we're releasing, the weight of it. Okay? The weight of it. You should be feeling a little lighter because we've been covered. This is our 4th day. You should be feeling some of the weight lifted. You should be feeling that. Okay? What you uncovered explains your patterns, but it does not have to define your future. It's just telling you that I've been doing this so long. I've been behaving this way so long. I've been responding this way so long. I've allowed it impact this long. I've given it power this long. That's what you're identifying, right? But when you're free, it no longer defines your future. So we're getting to that point where it no longer defines your right now in the moment, nor does it define your future, right? You guys understand what I'm saying? Talk to me. You guys are quiet. Talk to me. Quiet. Let me know you're listening. Okay. Now, what's the goal? We're trying to give our younger selves the closure we never received. We're trying to give ourselves the closure. Thank you, Renee. We're trying to give our younger selves the closure that he or she never received. We're trying to offer him or her the safety, the tenderness, the validation, the protection, all those things that we desired that we never got. And if you're internally misbehaving and having internal emotional temper tantrums, then that's what we're healing from. Okay. You guys understand when the ghost inside of you, that unhealed younger version of yourself, when it explodes, it's having an emotional temper tantrum, right? Emotional temper tantrums. You didn't want to do it. Sometimes you're standing there and it's happening and you're like, what just happened here? Oh, I didn't mean to say that. Oh, I didn't, it just happened. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I've had those moments. We'll probably have them again. Oh, snap. I probably shouldn't have done that. And you wait for the other shoe to drop. Why? Because I got something to say. This thing right here, ooh, Lord have mercy. I can't tell you how many times my mother popped me in my mouth. You ain't gonna be saying anything to me. I don't care how, I don't care who you are. I'm saying something. Why? Because I was always shut down. I felt like I needed to say, I don't have to say, I don't have to confirm, deny, nor validate moi. Okay. I don't have to do it. I know who I am. I know who I am. I know who I am. I don't need anybody to tell me. Right? So give yourself the tenderness and the validation and the safety and the love and all the things that you've longed for. You That's the way to close this out. You got to go back and reparent yourself and give yourself what you did not get. Okay? Choose a new pattern that honors your evolution, your transformation. If you don't want to be that explosive person, then don't be that explosive person. You choose, and that split second moment where you have a choice, choose differently. If you always choose what you've always done, you're going to always get the same result. Remember, you just got to change one part of the equation. 1 + 1 = 2. If I take one of the ones out and put a 2, I've disrupted the whole formula. Something different has to happen. I have to get a different response. What did I get? 3. Because I changed something. But if I keep adding 1 + 1, I'm going to always get 2. It's the same thing with you. If you always add disruption and explosiveness to your life circumstances and situations that arise, if you always add your 1 + 1 is explosive and disruption, you're going to always get dysregulation. But if you have a situation that's happening and you have explosive feeling inside of you and you choose calm, then you'll have a different outcome. It's up to you. This is real talk. This is real life stuff. Okay. This is real life stuff. Kathy, we are taking this all in. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. Okay. Rewrite the meaning of your story with compassion. So, this is just an overview of all of the things. Rewrite your story. Again, I'm going to ask if someone can tell me what is that word for rewiring your brain. What's the word? Free coaching session, 1 hour with me. Okay. Still haven't seen it yet. I am the explosive one. Pure my Father. But Renee, because you've acknowledged it, you can change it. Because you know you, but you have to disrupt the equation and putting something that you don't normally put in. And you just gotta just be quiet. Renee, Renee is the winner. Renee said neuroplasticity, baby. She's rewiring her brain. Renee, inbox me so we can set up your 1 hour coaching session. Okay, baby? Listen, Renee, neuroplasticity, rewiring your brain so that your responses can be different. We have the power to control that. That is the science in our body that who is telling us this? I don't ever remember learning this in a science class. I don't ever remember hearing anything in science about neuroplasticity and that I can rewire my brain. Never have I ever. I don't ever remember hearing this. This isn't new. This is not new. This is not new information. It's been around. It's not new. All right. So you decide the interpretation, and then the interpretation will shape the outcome. So you get to decide how to interpret what's going on in that split-second moment. You get to decide that. You get to decide that. Somebody said, ding, Renee. Okay, Marseille. Oh. Marseille, you everywhere, baby. Okay. You guys got that? You get to shape the outcome. Nobody controls that but you. You get to shape the outcome. Today, you shape your outcomes today. What's it going to be? Intentionally, on purpose. So when I say at the end of all of these lives, go and create your totally unique day, I'm not just saying that. I'm really saying go and create it. What do you want it to be? How are you going to interpret what your day ends up being? And then when you get in bed at night and you look back on your day, when you think about when you're in, you have that window and you're thinking about your day, you're just lying there thinking about your day. Did you do the things you were supposed to do? Are you proud of yourself for the decisions and the actions that you've had? When you lie in bed at night, when you think about your day, are you thinking about, I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done something differently? What are you thinking about when you retire your day? Did you interpret your day and shape your outcome? Did you listen to the ghosts in the nursery that did talk to you? She did. He did. Are you? Because you have the power to do that. Thank you, Jamila. You have the power to do that. If nobody ever told you that, you have the power. Can you imagine if somebody told us this when we were kids? Come on. When I tell you I would have been a much better mother, I would have been a much better wife, I would have been a much better person if I knew that I had the power to control how life shows up. Like I get to control that. Life isn't controlling me. Chantel says, as a kid, I was told to count to 10 to manage my anger. By the time I thought about counting to 10, the table was already flipped. Had to rewire my brain and practice the pause before the explosion. Shan, oh my goodness, girl. Okay, for real, for real. For real, for real. But when you're intentional about it, when you're self-aware, You can manage that. You can manage that. When you're self-aware, you can manage that. Okay. Now, carry forward the wisdom, not the wound. So if you want to bring something from your childhood, we've already brought the wound with us. It came, it wasn't invited, but she or he certainly crashed the party. Guess who's coming to dinner? Okay. Present. Here, right? But now that we're on this journey of inner healing and wholeness and reframing our thoughts and our mindset and interrupting the negative emotional loop and all the things that I've been talking about. I think we're on day 10 or 11 now. All the things. Jamil said, here, okay? Here. Don't carry the wound. Today is the last day. Okay? Today, no more. Okay? Today, embrace wholeheartedly, fully today, because we're not talking about ghosts in the nursery anymore. This is today. Done. Evicted, exorcised, expelled, terminated, whatever you want, whatever you need to do to the ghost. We are carrying it in wisdom. We're moving in wisdom. What's the wisdom? Because you've identified your ghost, you know what it does to you, you know how it impacts you. That's wisdom that you've acquired over these past few days. You know what it is. You know the shape of your ghost. You know what condition it's in. If it's inside of you, then that's your condition too. You haven't escaped it. Okay? So we're not moving past today with our wound. We're moving with the wisdom of understanding what the wound is, what it's done to us, but we're going to choose to no longer allow it to do those harmful things to us. Why? Because we now understand that we have the power to control how our ghost shows up in our life, how much power we give our ghost, how our ghost impacts us, and how we respond to our ghost. We're responding with wisdom. The impact is wisdom. The power is wisdom. How it shows up is with wisdom. You guys with me? Are you with me? Talk to me. Are you with me? I need to know you're with me. All right? Let the lesson stay. The lessons. We've been getting this lesson. Let the lesson stay. But you got to let the wound go. You've learned a lesson. You'll never forget that 1 + 1 = 2. It was a lesson. You learned it. You never forget it. Let the lesson stay. Let the wound go. Okay? Let the wound go. And you have the power to do that. You have the power to do that. Erica said, I'm with you. Thank you, Erica. Tamiko said, yes. Hey, Miko. What Jamila said, wisdom. Yes. You got to let the wisdom stay and the wound go. Okay. Step confidently. Oof, I love that. Step confidently into your womanhood and your manhood, because your healing is calling you into that. So step confidently into what your wisdom is, who your wisdom is calling you to be. Healed, whole, transformed, reformed, rejuvenated, all the things. Step confidently into that, knowing that you have released some ghost. I know you have. And you have to, you can't open up the door anymore, because they're going to come and do this. Just give me a seat at the table. Come on, let me in again. You know you want me to be there. We're friends. You know me. Let me in. Stop treating me like a stranger. You can't. Yes, Chantel says your healing is calling you. It is. But we've already answered the call. We've already answered the call. We've been here acknowledging, understanding, canceling them out. We've been doing this for the past 4 days. You've already answered the call. Now, let's continue to walk with our wisdom, and to our wisdom, bringing it with us with confidence. Okay? Now, here is the key. Okay? Transformation is not a wish. It's not what we're hoping for. Okay? You're not hoping to be transformed. You're not wishing, I wish I was different. I hope I was different. Oh, I wish I was better. You are transformed. You are better. You are different. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You're certainly not the same person that you were before you joined these lives. I know you're not. I'm not. And I'm the one facilitating. I'm the one coaching. And I'm different. Remember, I'm my first student and my first client. I'm different. And because I know how God uses me, because I've accepted, yes, I've accepted, because I've accepted with humility, I know how God uses me. So I know you're different. I know you're different. I hear you whispering. Let me know you like it. I know. I know you're different. I know you are. Okay? Your transformation is your assignment. Do you understand the assignment? Your transformation is your assignment. You can't fail the assignment. You can, but you can't for your sake. Hey, Shug. Love you, girl. You can't fail the assignment for your sake. I'm not saying you have to get a 100 on the assignment. Probably not. Highly likely you won't get a 100, okay? I'm just keeping it real. Because sometimes when this happens, sometimes you're going to open the door. Okay? And you're healed. You are healed. But sometimes we open the door. I'm telling you, when you you'll have to start opening the door less and less and less. And then sooner or later, you won't be opening the doors anymore. But it's up to you. Okay? It is up to you. It is up to you. Why do I keep saying that? Because you have the power, and I'm going to do you guys like I do Cassidy. I want you guys to say it to me back out loud. You have the power to control. Correct. Correct. You have the power to control. Okay? Now, questions. Marseille, you ready for the questions? Question. Now we're closing out. We're releasing and we're rising. Okay? Closing this out. What am I finally ready to release that once protected me, but it no longer serves me? What am I finally ready to release? You thought it was protection. You made it protection, right? What am I finally ready to? Renee. Renee, you trying to make me cut a step in this office, girl? Renee, when I tell y'all TikTok fam don't disappoint, I love y'all Facebook. Renee said, I have the power to control. You better believe it, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Let me know you're getting it. You have the power to control. What am I finally, like I'm ready to give this up for real, Dr. Pam. I'm tired of this thing. I'm tired of this thing provoking me internally. I have traced back my emotional genealogy. I know what my ghost looks like. I know what it does to me. I know who my ghosts are. I know what my triggers are. I know why I'm triggered. I'm ready to go sit in the middle of that memory and just tackle it and deal with it. And I know that I have the power to control the outcome when I do that, because you don't have to keep doing it. You don't have to keep doing it. You can change your mind and you can say, I'm just not handling that like that anymore. I'm just not handling that like that anymore. And so you don't. But you choose that. Every time you have to choose it. Every time, every time, every time. And then you'll look up and you'll just be on automation. I'm telling you what I know. You'll be on automation, autopilot. Okay. What am I finally ready to release that I thought once protected me, but it no longer serves me? Homework. Homework. Mars, I'm not seeing the questions. All right. Question number 2. What truth about my younger self brings me compassion instead of judgment? What truth about my younger self brings me compassion instead of judgment? You got to do some excavating and find that. My truth, and today I had another revelation. My truth is, let me tell y'all what my truth is. We had a couple of them in here. My truth is, surely the Lord is in this place. His peace overrides every experience that I've had, good and bad. And then there was one from the other day, where he was saying, that he already knew me. He already knew me. He already knew me. That's my favorite scripture. He already knew me. He already knew that I was going to be here 12:05 at 9:20 a.m. talking to you. He already knew me. He already knew me. Now, oh, my Bible is not in this room. I can't get on my phone. Yeah. He already knew me. That is a truth that brings me compassion. He already knew. And when I felt in those moments that I was being abandoned by God and my biological father, in those moments when I felt like that, I now, in my adulthood, I understand that he already knew. And he didn't leave me. He did not forsake me. He was in every situation, every situation, every situation. And even while I was going through the situation, I'm so comforted. I'm so comforted. And I find compassion in the fact that I was being prepared for today. What am I finally ready to release that once protected me, or that I thought once protected me, but it no longer serves me? I'm so comforted by that. That everything, 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 nothing was wasted. Nothing was wasted. I'm so comforted by that. Mm, I'm comforted by that. So I don't have judgment anymore. I don't judge what it used to look like. It doesn't matter, because today I have the power to control. So it doesn't matter, right? So I have already interrupted those negative emotional loops. I've already interrupted those. Been there, done that. Over it. Done with it. Right? Those ghosts, done. Done. All right. Question number 2. What truth about my younger self brings me compassion instead of judgment? What truth about your younger self brings you compassion? I'm resilient. I didn't know I was resilient. But now looking back, I realize that I'm resilient. I'm an overcomer. I am a victor. That's my truth. But as a kid, I didn't see overcoming victor, or I didn't see any of that. I didn't know how to see that. But now looking back, I realize that I am an overcomer. I am a conqueror. I am a victor. I am resilient. That's who I am. That is who I am. And God did not allow me to suffer in it. He was always there. Erica, in everything. In everything. Everything. I'm comforted by that. He was in everything. Doesn't that bring you comfort? All right, question number 3. Who am I choosing to become now that I understand the story behind my wounds? I'm telling y'all, I'm I'm walking you guys through what I had to go through in order to get to the other side. Right? I'm telling you guys, this is how I had to part the Red Seas in my life so that I could get to the promised land. I'm telling y'all, this is what I had to do. It's on paper. Who am I choosing to become? I'm transforming confidently into this man or woman. I'm carrying my wisdom forward. Who am I choosing with this confidence and this wisdom? Is that what I'm choosing? Or am I going to choose the wound and the dysregulation? What are you choosing? Who am I choosing to become? We're transforming. Who are you choosing to become? All right, y'all got that? Now I'm going to go back to the number 8 recap. Y'all with me? Because if you've healed any ghost in your nursery over these past few days, please put it in the chat and let me know if you've healed a ghost in the nursery. Let me know what your status is. What's your state? Where are you? If you've healed, if it's only one out, that's fine. Celebrate yourself. If you're feeling differently about your past emotional trauma, the unhealed little girl, little boy, if you're feeling different at all, I need to know. Let me know. Have you healed? Are you working on healing the ghosts? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Let me know. Let me see some comments in the chat. Where are you in your journey? I can't see my comments, Mars. Where are you in the journey? Okay. And while you're figuring it out and putting it in the chat, don't be embarrassed. This is a non-judgmental space. Don't be embarrassed. Don't hold it. Declare it. See, when you don't put it in the chat, you're holding on to it. Don't worry about judgment. Nobody's judging you here. That's not happening. Okay? I feel like my past and I have been working on 6 months. I feel like my past and I've been working on 6 months or so is finally finishing up. I've forgiven my dad. Me too, Renee. Yes, I can see this, Mars. Renee, me too. And thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much for saying this, for saying that. Because I had to forgive my dad too. And when I went to Florida to visit my family, when I found my family, and I went to Florida to visit my family, I sat on my dad's grave and I told him that I forgive him. And that was huge for me. I sat on his grave and I talked to him and I told him, I forgive you. Yes, you have to forgive people that are deceased. Why are you carrying around trauma from somebody that's deceased? They don't even know. They're free. They don't even know. I had to. Renee, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Wow. Dad died in 2013. It's taken me a while to forgive. Renee, oh my God. I'm so proud of you. I am, oh my God. Like when I tell you, I, if you haven't experienced something, like I feel that because, because I had to do that. Remember, yesterday I was saying, be, do, have. You can't do what you can't be. You can't do what you can't be. So I had to forgive. And so I understand what that feels like. I understand when you have to forgive your deceased father. I understand what that feels like. I've lived in this house since 1982. I wake up every day in this house. I was beat. Oh, it's taken a while. My God. Renee, tomorrow, when you wake up, tomorrow, when you wake up, I want you to walk through that house. And I just want you to praise God for your deliverance, honey. I just want you to thank God that you have freed yourself from the ghost. Why? Because you are no longer being beaten emotionally. Because that wasn't just physical. That was also took a toll on you emotionally. So you had those physical beatings when you were younger, but you carried the emotional beating into 2025. No more. Not another lash. Not another lash. Because you're walking into the wisdom that you are no longer emotionally beaten. Why? Because you have the power to control that, and you are no longer going to allow that to happen to you. No more emotional beatings. No more. We'll talk about that if that's what you want to talk about when we have your coaching session, okay? I got you, sis. For real, for real. You're welcome. I got you. Mm. Marseille says, what am I, the question, what am I finally ready to release that protected me? Yes. Yes, I can see Mars. Okay. So, reparenting the inner child with compassion. Create emotional safe environments. Renee, now it's time to create your emotionally safe environment where you no longer feel threatened in your own home. You no longer feel traumatized or victimized in your own home. Okay? It's now going to be your safe haven, your protected space, because you're going to make it that. Change something. Make it feel like home for you. Whatever you need to do. Paint a wall, get a new carpet, buy some flour, whatever you need to do. Everything that you look at, you should love. If you don't love it, it shouldn't be in your space. If it reminds you of being beaten, it shouldn't be in your space. So you also have some physical, tangible things that you have to do that is incorporated with your inner healing. If it does not make you feel safe in your sanctuary, it can't be there anymore. Okay? Can't be there. All right. Build supportive, healthy relationships that honor your boundaries. Break inherited emotional scripts. Give the inner child new experiences that contradict the old narratives. That will be a new experience for you. Okay. How a healed person shows up: calm responses instead of emotional reactivity, healthy boundaries instead of people pleasing, self trust instead of self doubt, compassion, self compassion instead of self criticism, regulation instead of deregulation, making good decisions, not shutting down, intentional choices about your old patterns, intentional choices, intentional choices about your old patterns. That's showing yourself that you have the power to control when you make intentional choices. And exercising emotional authority instead of emotional survival. Okay? We don't want to emotionally survive. We don't want to just get by, do just enough to manage life. We don't want to live like that. We don't want to live like that anymore. Okay? Your presence will shift when you're healed. You will recognize yourself differently in the mirror when you're healed because your presence, your internal presence will shift and you'll be able to physically see it. I physically see it in me. Other people physically see it in me. Other people. When I walk in a room, people tell me, girl, you shifted the whole atmosphere when you walked into the room. I'm supposed to. That's just how I feel about it. I'm supposed to. And you are too. When you walk into a room, there should be a distinct disruption that you have arrived. I don't care if you walk from the back to the front and the aroma from your perfume wafts through the air to the point where people are like, she smells good. Shift. I don't care if you're dressed to the nines and you walk in with your shoulders upright with confidence. If that causes a shift, shift. I don't care if your face is beat, your eyebrows are on fleek, and your eyelashes are long, and people notice it. Shift. Always together. But the most that's outward. The reason why my outward can shine so luminously is because my inward self is healed. I don't carry the darkness anymore, right? I don't have the darkness. So my countenance is radiant. That my external is reflective of my internal because I get to choose. And I'm walking in wisdom. And I've invited you guys along on this journey. I hope you guys know I'm coaching me first. I'm coaching me first and sharing myself with you. Okay? A healed person's decisions are deeper than just surface out of how I feel. Oh, I don't feel like doing that. It doesn't matter. It's got to be done. You got to do it. It has nothing to do with how you're feeling. Oh, I don't feel like that today. Doesn't matter. I didn't feel like getting up and getting on at 8 o'clock. Doesn't matter what you feel because I'm on assignment. When you're on assignment, your feelings are not factored in if you do the thing right. Y'all know I'm not a morning person and I'm not a punctual person. I want you guys to tell me the times I showed up after 8 o'clock. It doesn't matter how I feel. It doesn't matter that I go to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning and get up at 6. It doesn't matter. 7:59. Turn it on. Be ready. And come and just be yourself. Just come and just do what I told you to do. And I'm showing up. So I am walking, talking, breathing evidence that you can do it. When you guys look at me, you guys should see hope. Hey, Divine Magnolia, when you guys look at me, you should see a walking, you want to see a miracle? You want to see hope in the flesh? A walking, talking, breathing miracle. Walking, talking, breathing hope. Good morning. I'm sorry I'm a little late this morning, but how are you? I'm fantastic, honey, on purpose. How y'all doing? How my people doing? How y'all doing? We're fantastic over here. We are fantastic on purpose over here. We are creating our totally unique days and we are closing up. So now this is your homework that I want you to do. I want you to write the eulogy for your ghost. Even if you have not, you don't feel like, write it for in the future. I want you to write an eviction notice to your ghost. That's your homework. I want you to eulogize the ghost in your nursery. Okay? What are the ghosts? Those that unhealed little boy and little girl that resides in you as an adult that sometimes take over, that sometimes speak when not spoken to, that sometimes come to the party uninvited, that sometimes make decisions, rash decisions on your behalf, that withdraws, that isolates, that is angry, that unforgives, that's sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want you to write the eulogy for your ghost. That's your homework. I'm so very serious. That's your homework. We're going to eulogize our ghost. And tomorrow, when we come back, we'll be ready for something else. I think tomorrow we'll talk about the angels in the nursery because we have those too. Okay. I think that's what it's going to be tomorrow. The angels in the nursery. Y'all ready for that? Okay. Now, we're walking in wisdom. We're walking in confidence. We're doing something differently. We're interrupting the negative, emotional, and mental loops that we've played that kept us comfortable for so many years. We're interrupting that and we're changing the equation and we're putting in something different, something positive, something new, something that is going to feed our souls. We're bringing something different. Yes, Erica, we're doing something different. Now, y'all know we're getting ready to close out, so y'all should be tapping that screen like crazy, okay? That's free. We're doing things differently now. We're walking in wisdom. We are not walking in our past. We're not allowing our emotions to control our mouth, our decisions, our thoughts. Yeah, tap, 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 tap. It costs you nothing to tap. Kill it with kill it. Like you're beating the drums. Costs nothing. Walk in wisdom. Okay. Be confident in the fact that he was with you all the time, everywhere. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. He was with you. And nothing that you've gone through was wasted. Nothing. Okay? It's part of the fabric that made you who you are today. And that's okay. I accept all of it. I love the whole you. The whole you. Oh, who did that? Delane Delight. Thank you, girl. I just love y'all. I just love y'all. I just love y'all. Thank you, girl. I'm feeling the love. I'm feeling the love. All right. Oh, Monday morning. I'm sorry. Monday morning, not tomorrow. Thank you, Mars. Monday morning, 8 o'clock, because I have to have self care on the weekend, right? We all do. Monday morning, 8 o'clock. I'll see you guys. So now you know what I'm going to say. You guys know what I'm going to say. I love, 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 love you guys with my whole heart, right? With my whole heart. And I want you to always remember that you have the power to control how your life, your trauma, the people, your circumstances, your tasks, your experiences, everything. You have the power to control how those things show up in your life, how you respond to them, how much power you give them, and how they impact you. So, with that being said, go and create your totally unique day. All right. So, until next time, ta ta for now. I'll see you Monday. Bye. Thank you, TikTok fam. Y'all know y'all made me hit 20,000 likes yesterday. Go TikTok. I love y'all. 20,000. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even care how it happened. All I know is thank y'all so much from the bottom of my heart, because y'all, when I tell y'all show up for me, y'all show up for me like nobody else does. Y'all show up for me. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you. And all this makes me do is what make me want to come back again. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yes, yes, yes. And you know what? You guys confirm for me. You guys confirm. Marseille is calling me. You guys confirm for me. And I wrestle with this, right? You guys are getting the extended version now.